Hi, you guys. Welcome back to OM Gina. So, today is going to be a little different, right? So, I actually found this on social media. You can find it on Facebook, you can find it on Instagram. This sticky has to be somewhere. The sticky reads, just remember 5 years ago, you dreamt about where you are now. And the reason why I want to talk about this is for the same thing I've been talking about this entire podcast. Changing is important. Like being better in life, like growing, not being from where you used to be, but keeping the knowledge and growing from it and becoming something better. And the reason why I wanted to talk about that today, because I don't know if it's just me. It's like when you look around, you can look at anybody, even somebody that you just work with or something, and you see how they were when they came in to like where they are now. This can go for you, for your partner, for family, for like your friends. And you just looking, I know everybody has this when you around a whole bunch of people and you're like, yo, you remember where we used to be and how we used to act? Like I could never, and stuff like that, right? So, but this is the sad part though. It's like you can be around people, you can be around a person or whatever, and just be looking. Of course, you think to yourself, or unless you're that bold person, but you just sit here and think to yourself, like, man, nothing has changed with you. Like nothing. And I'm not even talking about materialistic. It could be, if you care about material things like that, then, I'll give it to you. You can be materialistic, but I'm not. My biggest thing is, like I always talk about, it's like the mindset for me. And the reason why that's so deep for me is because if you're having a conversation with somebody and it's like nothing positive or like nothing grew from where you were, like that's concerning for me. Like I feel bad for you. You probably don't think it's a problem, but it is. And most importantly, from that sticky, if you can sit here and say you are the same person that you were 5 years ago, that's a problem. Like something's going on with you. Like that's crazy. You're not growing. We're doing nothing but getting older. And what is all that you have to show for? Your mind didn't enhance. Your mind is not doing anything different. What you want to do? You want to sit here and talk about the newest kicks that came out. You got the new car that came out. You got the new fit that you see everywhere, man. That ain't nothing. What's going on in your mind? Like, how is your job going? Are you doing anything outside of just spending money? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think that's why I'm just like so different. And, well, a certain part of my friends or whatever, they're like, you're just so rude. Like, you're rude. But I don't think I am. If I care about you and I see you're doing something stupid or you're not going on the right path, I'm going to tell you, I am not that type of friend where it's you're so excited about something stupid and I'm just like, yeah, girl, or yeah, man, that's good money. Keep going. No, because if you look crazy doing whatever you're doing right now and I'm just cheering you on, clearly I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. I respect people if I'm doing something wrong, if I'm not on the wrong track, or if that's going to make me look crazy out in these streets, say something to me. Don't agree with me just so you can see the outcome of the situation. That means you don't care about me. You're waiting for me to fail. That's why I wanted to talk about that sticky. And as always, I'm getting personal. So clearly, if I'm 30, 5 years ago, I was 25. And at that point, 25, I was actually still in Georgia. Yeah, I think Yeah. Yeah, I was still in Georgia. And at that point, my mindset was right. I got my workflow back in order and everything. And I was just homesick. Like, when I say homesick, I mean homesick. I know it's people from Georgia listening, right? Hey, y'all. But like I just stated, Georgia is good. It's good. It helped me come back to Gina. It helped me come back to me and understanding that I am enough. I am. I'm not putting out for nobody. I'm not being all extra because you're like this and I want to fit in with you. I don't get down like that no more. No, no, no. But my con on Georgia coming from Jersey would be when I used to smoke blacks, right? I went into the store, I'm like, yeah, let me get a black. And this guy said 135. What? I said, wait a minute, you serious? He's like, yeah, 135. I was like, that's crazy. I'm used to a black being $1. $1. So that's con number one, right? Con number two will be I was going to work one day, right? I was at this gas station. I was trying to get some gas before work. And then the guy, he was like, oh, yeah, just so you know, we make sandwiches. So I was like, all right, dope. I don't got to stop off for breakfast. Let me get a sandwich here real quick. So I was like, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. And he was like, what kind of cheese do you want on it? I'm like, man, what? I was like, American cheese. And he's like, okay, what do you want on your sandwich? I'm like, what? I'm like, salt, pepper, and ketchup. That's what you put on the bacon, egg, and cheese. And he was like, wait a minute. So you don't want no mayonnaise? I said, you ain't gonna put no mayonnaise on my sandwich? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's con number two, right? And then the most important one, con number three. I could not find any corner stores out there. I'm just like, I just saw supermarkets everywhere. I'm like, do y'all not have corner stores? Oh my gosh. I said, 3 times. I gotta go home. I have to go home. So by me being so homesick and everything, like when it came down to my job, like every time my vacation popped up, I just came home. I came home. I went to the corner store. I got me a bacon, egg, and cheese. They ain't asked me nothing. They put it on it. But most importantly, those are like really light cons. But I just miss my family and my friends and stuff. And when I had came home that last time before I officially came back home, I was just like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Like, I'm here for it. And the reason why I was so ready is because all those years that I was in Georgia by myself, like I always tell y'all really need to take the time out and just be with yourself. Ain't nobody saying that you have to grow up alone and everything. That's not the gist of it. The gist of it is you be by yourself long enough to the point if you ever get with somebody again, you know your worth, you know what you deserve, and you know what's acceptable or not. Because at times we get so lonely or we're just over not having somebody. We'll just accept anything and think, oh yeah, I can change this person. This person loves me so much. Everything's got nah. People are going to do what they want to do. You can't look at a person and be like, wow, I was with that person first or whatever, and she's going to get the same treatment or he's going to get the same treatment that I was getting. No, it depends on the person. Just because you've dated someone that dated someone prior or after you and then y'all came back together, you can't sit here and tell me that he or she is going to treat me the way they treated you. We are two different people. We move completely differently. So however you was being treated and why y'all not together has nothing to do with me. He moves different with me. She moves differently with me because we're two different breeds. We are not the same person. We might be the same gender, but that don't mean we're the same. He or she don't look at me how they used to look at you. So that's why I keep talking about that personal space is truly important, because when you take that time out and just put it on you and see where you are, you're going to realize like, wow, I never knew I was capable of doing this, or I'm just really dope. Like, I do not need company at all times. Like, I'm a ball by myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always preach that. Take the time out. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's to get your mind right, you always, well, not always, you never need nobody there. Because if you came into this life by yourself, when you leave this life, you're leaving alone. That's why you have to be so comfortable within yourself in case you get in a situation and you're alone again. It's not going to break you like it did before. You know what I'm saying? That's why that sticky means everything to me, because you just have to change. You have to look different. You have to think differently. Like, not looking, I do not promote no plastic surgery, none of that. I'm not with it. Not at all. Because when God created us, He created us to look the way we are now. It's nothing wrong with us. It's nothing. Stop getting them surgeries. It's not okay. So yeah, that was just the gist of this episode. I just want y'all to change. That's it. Change for the better, though. Like, don't change because you got some money or you got a new person or something came in your life and then you just forget the world. Like the other episode I talked about. If it's negativity, that's different. If it's people calling you a sellout or you just acting like that because you got a little bit more bread in your pocket. No, I changed. Like, what we have to do. That's what life consists of. Life consists of changes. Like, we change all the time, but like I said, changing for the better. Like, don't forget those that really been there with you, like when you had nothing. Instances like that, if they're changing for the better, then, you know, just have a conversation with somebody or whatever. So, yes, you guys, like, we have to change. Like, all of us listening, including me, everybody else. Next year, something about us had to be different. We started that project, or the way we used to think, we no longer think about that, because if I still think like that, I'm going to still be in these messed up situations. Sometimes you have to realize that in certain situations, you are the problem. Like, it's you. It's nobody else. It's you. I had to figure that out myself. In certain situations, I was the problem. Because my mouth could, like, it could be a problem. It could be a problem. And that's what I've been working on. It's not where it used to be. So that's the gist of today. Sometimes we need to realize it was us all along. So that's why we need to take the time out and find us again. And as always, change. We are all not going to be the same person that we are right now next year. We're not going to. So I really hope this helps someone out there. As I always say, if you guys want to say anything, you can leave me a voice message. I just found out yesterday that on the episode, you could leave a comment and stuff, and you can do that. So you guys have my Instagram, once again, OMGina_official. Send me a message. Let's talk. Give me something to talk about. As always, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one.